And I don't know why. I've been doing that since I was like 5 years old. So it just is something that I do when I write. I have to have like a Barbie pen, spread open. It has to be one of the big ones, not a small one. It has to be a big one, and it's like shaped like a person.
That is so interesting. I've never heard of that before. That. I mean, it makes sense and it's really creative. It's just that's like brand new to me. I'm actually going to have to try that. Yeah, I'm going to try that just to see how it'll work out for me. Because I don't know, maybe it's a thing that could.
Well, I never thought of it. That's funny. You should see it that way. I just, I never put any thought into it. I didn't do it because it's just, like I said, since 5 years old, me and my sister played Little People. You know what I'm saying? And so we would make the little Barbie pins be the people in the town. And when I started writing, I had to hold on to those people, that kind of thing.
Mm.
So everybody writes different, And what else did you want to talk about?
Well, from what I understand, not only are you a writer, you created your own religion named the Womb. Now, does the Womb have its own Bible-like book?
No, not yet at least, but the Womb was my rejection of all the man-made religions and wanting to have a religion that focused me, that honored me and centered me, and not them. And so that was what I wanted,
Okay. Now, some people call you a feminist. However, you call yourself a womanist. What is the difference between a feminist and a womanist?
A womanist is just a black feminist. A womanist behavior, black women, more than being from the word feminine, we want to be from the word woman. So it's just a black feminist, but we're both the same, and I'm a feminist too, and I acknowledge and support feminism 100%. I think it's necessary. It's something we definitely need.
Well, I know that you're probably really busy. I just had a few more questions.
No, go on and ask.
Okay. Now, do you have any other books or projects that you're working on that are coming soon for the fans?
Oh, yeah. I have a ton of stuff coming up. My new novel is going to be called I Am My Own Daughter, and that should be out next summer. And then I have another book called Feminists Need Dick 2. And that's a collection of essays about how it's just my feeling as a straight, because so much of feminism comes from lesbian viewpoints. And because men hate feminism, they use that to put it all in the mouth. They try to focus on the lesbian speaker and all that kind of stuff. And so I wanted to write from a straight woman's perspective. Feminists need dick too, because we love, those of us who love men and want men in our lives and have men in our lives. I wanted to show that kind of feminism. For instance, I love to cook. Feminism just means women have a choice of what they want to be. They're not a handmaiden. They can decide, I don't want to be married, or I want to cook, or I want to do, and then that's the kind of woman she wants to be. And so that's all feminism is. It's just women claiming their own power. But it's not like, for instance, I'm the type of feminist, it's not for me to separate myself from men. I love my husband. I love my husband before this husband. I've always had men and always loved men, and I need men. I need men in order to make my sons and in order to just have the kind of mental stability that I need to be with men. So that's why I'm writing Feminists Need Dick 2 for the straight woman feminist.
Absolutely. I think that that's so important because, like, for example, when, like you were saying, that a lot of men focus on the fact that a lot of lesbians, for example, are feminists, but, like, for example, you competed in a beauty pageant. So a lot of men might say, well, how can you go and compete in a beauty pageant, but be a feminist or a womanist, because isn't that exploiting yourself, for example? But if you really think about it, using your beauty is a part of being feminine.
Well, it's part of the animal that I am. I mean, why wouldn't a dog bark? You know, that's part of the feminine mystique.
Exactly. It makes perfect sense.
As a famous feminist wrote a book called The Feminist Mystique, where she was explaining it. And, you know, just because, you know, not all of us want to put on a tuxedo. Those are the lesbian feminists. And that's what I'm telling you, is that the men hate feminism. They don't want women to have their rights, and they don't want women to have equal pay and stuff like that. So they focus on the women who seem to be the most militant, like, I don't need a man, I don't this, I don't that, I want to dress up as a man, which I'm fine with those women, and I 100% support those women. I'm just saying I'm not that kind of woman, and I want to be heard too. And, you know, there's all kinds of feminists.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of feminists and womanists, you were just hanging out with Azealia Banks for like
right.
a good while yesterday.
The whole day, 15 hours.
Yeah. Is there anything that you guys have in the works together?
No, not that I can say. I can't really talk about it, but not really that I can say anything about. But we're good friends, and we feel like family. We've been friends for over 4 years, but this is the first time we got to hang out physically together. So it was just fun, just talking all day. We talked about Whitney Houston because she was my friend, and we talked about Osama bin Laden and Azalea's boyfriends and her life and hip-hop, and we just talked about everything. The stuff you and I are talking about now, me and her went over this, and it was just fun.
Wow. I would have loved to have been able to listen into that conversation. I wish you guys would have maybe had the cameras rolling and throw it up on YouTube.
Deep.
Wow.
It was really deep. I can tell you that. It was very deep.
Wow. Well, I want to thank you for being a guest on my show. I just have one more question before you gave out your social media and contact information for the fans. I just wanted to ask this. Now, you've been around the world. You've written best-selling books. You wrote for some of the most famous shows on television, starred in movies. You've done so much. Besides your 2 books that you have coming out, are there any other future plans, goals, or projects?
There's a lot coming. You know, I just can't talk about everything. I'm working with NBC right now on a script for a TV idea they have that's similar to Empire. You know, I guess everybody's going to jump on the Empire bandwagon. And so that, and then I'm working with Roseanne Barr on some stuff. And I can't say anything because it's not anything yet. You know what I mean?
Wow. Well, that sounds like, you know, a pretty big deal. I hope that it all comes through, and I can't wait to see those projects. I hope that, you know, it becomes as big as possible, you know.
Thank you so much. I pray it does. I need it.
I hear that. Now, can you give out your social media information and contact information for the fans and anybody who may want to work with you?
Well, you can contact me on Twitter and Facebook, and it's Kola, Kola, and Boof, B as in boy, double O, and then F as in Frank, Boof, Kola Boof, and that's it. If you put that in, you should be able to get all kinds of information and contact with me.
Wow. Well, there you go, folks. Kola, I want to thank you so much for being a guest on my show twice. I mean, this is huge for me. It was a very important interview with you.
Thank you for having me.
You were great. Thank you so much. And in the future,
thank you so much for having me.
If you have anything to promote, you have the time to speak with me, please just contact me, and maybe we can set up something for the future. I would love to speak with you again.
I'll definitely contact you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, folks, there you have it. That was the part 2 of the Kola Boof interview for September 17th of 2015. I'm your host, m.e.e.t Magazine. Thank you for listening. The videos will be up on YouTube as usual. I'm going to tweet them out on Twitter at m.e.e.t Magazine, M.e.e.t M-A-G-A-Z-I-N-E, m.e.e.t Magazine. The website is m.e.e.t.blogspot.com. Just let me know what you think. Just post a message either on the Blog Talk Radio site, and the show is m.e.e.t Magazine Interviews. Just type that in on YouTube. You should be able to find this. m.e.e.t Magazine Interviews Kola Boof. And until next time, m.e.e.t Magazine.